Knock, knock. Hey, who's there? Ooh, Miranda. You're the neighbor.
Um, so hi, I started a new business where I polish headlights and make them look like new again. I do this for $10 per headlight, and I have a really unusual guarantee. Would you like to hear it?
Absolutely.
If you let me go ahead and do your headlights, if you don't absolutely love them, then you don't have to pay me.
Well, that's a no-brainer. And I have a big Suburban. Would you mind waxing the whole thing? I could pay you more. We'll stick to the lights. Sorry, don't want to confuse you. All right, awesome. So when did you start this business, Miranda?
Then I started it Thursday?
Yeah, like 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Boom.
Awesome. And I would love it. That first door you knocked on, did you hit that pitch? Did you nail that pitch perfectly like that?
Well, I had it written down and I kind of memorized it as I went on with houses,
So now this is what we learned. We get better every single time we deliver it. This is the biggest thing that I learned in my sales career was it's okay. I just want to start doing it. And then I would kind of think about it afterwards and go, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Ooh, that was really good. I want to make sure I say that next time. I call that the post-game huddle. But just remember this, every single time you do it is practice, and you're only going to get better and better with practice. Awesome. So tell us some more. Tell us why. What's your big why? I know it started with an iPod Touch, but is it potentially expanded on to maybe something else you're looking to purchase now, or what's your big why?
Well, I don't think I've really thought about it yet.
Well, okay, then I'll help you with this. So that iPod Touch, you now can buy that, correct?
Yes.
Are you excited about that?
Yes, we already ordered it and it's coming on Monday.
Like, are you like really, really excited that, you earned every single dollar that went into that purchase? Purchases feel so much better when you earn them. Let me tell you, don't we all know that? We definitely all know that. And so what else do you have on your purchase list? I guess we could start there because, sometimes it's what we're shooting for, those goals. Well,
I'd love to get a lot more craft supplies and supplies to do a lot of crafts and stuff.
Note, everybody take a note. She likes crafts. Put that in your notes.
I don't like them. I love them.
Woo! Adjustment to the note. She loves them. Hold on, I'm putting my stand-up desk down. Okay, perfect. So what do you like to do with crafts?
Well, I love YouTube, and so I watch a lot of YouTube, and I watch mostly DIY things, and I really whenever I see them, I really want to try them out. But sometimes I realize, wait, I don't have anything for them. And so I always want to get the supplies that I can actually do it.
Have you ever thought about, does it interest you at all to maybe be the one doing a video like that for other people to see a do-it-yourself video for crafts?
Yes, definitely.
Tell them what else you're doing.
Oh, I am editing videos on iMovie, and I love editing, and it took me about 15 minutes to do one. Actually, it felt like 15 minutes, but it was actually an hour. I don't know how that happened, but
So Sam, is this sounding eerily weird to you? So here's the 19. How old are you now, Sam?
I just turned 20 in May.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, exactly a month ago.
Okay. This is my nephew, by the way. This is Sam, my nephew. This is the 20-year-old version, Miranda. He's doing almost exactly what you want to do at 20, but his genres, not crafts, it's video games and gamers. People that like to game and they like to get on the YouTube channels and hear and watch Sam and his friends beat each other up on fighting games.
Headphones and his mic is for?
What's that?
What was that?
That what his headphones and his microphone is for?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. That's what he's showing me up. He's got some great stuff there.
A lot of YouTubers have that stuff, and so I recognized it whenever I saw it.
Very true.
So Miranda, can you see yourself delivering content like Mike suggested? Maybe just 20, 30 minutes a day, just a little bit of content. And by the way, you don't have to post it right away. You can create 20, 30 minutes every single day and then go back through it, and whatever you like the best, then you can kind of start putting it out there.
Well, we just had a family meeting about summer, and we decided that we are going to spend 30 minutes every day, that I'm going to spend 30 minutes every day on iMovie, or more if I want to. Probably more, but yeah.
Tell him about the trick that you just learned.
Oh, I went on YouTube and I found this trick that I could do with iMovie, and it's clone myself.
It's what?
Cloning myself.
Wow.
So what does that result in?
It's very freaky. Well, basically, it results in where there's two me's talking to each other in the same scene, in the same camera, I'm talking to myself, having a conversation. It's kind of...
That is cool.
You're already a step ahead of me. I have no idea how to do that.
Wow, isn't that cool?
Sounds like you want to learn how to do that, Sam.
I think it would be interesting to be able to know how to do that for certain skits and stuff that I could do.
Well, I could see you doing a game where you're playing Mortal Kombat against yourself, and you're just kicking you're going back and forth doing kicks and punches.
That could be interesting, yeah. Get some choreography going.
Damien, I have to tell you, I got her started on iMovie. I walked away for about an hour. I came back, and she had done a movie. She's literally sitting there in the same scene talking to herself. It was weird, and it's all in iMovie. It's like the app we all have on our Macs. It's crazy.
You went away for an hour?
Yeah, something like that.
So Miranda, are you taking to some video editing too? Are you liking the process of using the software to make the video do what you want it to do?
Yes, I do. And the best part about it is it's free, and so no one has to pay for it.
But you know what, Miranda? Do you know how valuable that is?
No.
Every business, every single business in this new world that we live in needs to use video in their marketing. We are a video-driven consumer base now. We're all plugged into Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. And videos is it. So if you can learn how to edit videos and make videos do what people want them to do for their marketing, you can charge big money for that. So just something to think about from a professional services standpoint down the road, you might want to think about. As you learn more of that video editing, you never know. You may want to sell it as a service. Sam, you've been playing with video editing. Any words of advice?
Well, she's already got me beat on using iMovie instead of Adobe. Adobe, their suite of applications is obviously a little more on the professional side of things. It's what a lot of people in the business use. But that also means you're spending, what am I spending right now? $20 a month for the whole suite. So the fact that you can just do it for free to learn what to do is already really impressive. So you're already a step ahead of pretty much everyone else.
That is awesome. Hey, so good to see Justin Turpin on and his son, Nick. How you doing, Nick?
They can hear you now.
Good. How are you doing?
Good. How old are you?
11.
So great to have you on. Are you interested in entrepreneurship?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. What interests you?
I basically just do anything to get money, so.
Hey, that's where it all starts. You know, I was mowing lawns and doing all that stuff, whatever we could do. So today you're going to learn about a business. There's Miranda here. She's here with her brother and sister and her dad. And she has a business where she shines the headlights, the yellow headlights, and makes them look new again. And so for your benefit, since you're on, and you, Augusto, and then we're going to, within 3 to 4 minutes, we're going to break into our breakout rooms. She's going to do the pitch real quick. So I want you guys that are just joining us to hear the pitch one more time. And then if we have anybody in the audience that has a clarifying question before we go into our breakout rooms, put it in the chat right now. If anybody needs to know more from Miranda before we get into the breakout room, you know, we learned a few things in what we just did. We learned that she likes to edit videos. We learned that she wants to also have a YouTube channel. We learned that she loves crafts. We learned that she would like being an influencer with regards to crafts on YouTube. So we've learned some things that are beyond just the shining of the headlights, which is the start of this business. She's got other things that she wants to do. So if there's any other questions that you have for Miranda, please put them in here. All right, so let's see. Do your pitch, Miranda. Let's go. Let's Augusto, you're the neighbor. She's knocking on the door, and here we go.
Okay. Hi, my name is Miranda, and I started a new business where I polish headlights and make them look like new again. I do this for $10 per headlight, and I have a really amazing team. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
If you let me go ahead and do your headlights, and if you don't absolutely love them, then you don't have to pay me.
Wait. So you're gonna go over the door for free, and then if I don't like it, then I don't have to pay?
Yes.
That sounds like a good deal to me.
So that's why she's got 7 out of 8 so far, is because she's figured out how to create a good offer. And it converts. That's a high converting offer, and she gets the message across quick.
And also, who could say no to this space?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's another thing, is like you have the neighbor guilt because you live nearby, and then, oh, okay, so you live down the street.
But
Okay.
watch what happens where these ideas are going to go and break those geographical boundaries. Watch that. All right, so Des says, are your friends interested in working for you? Very good question, Des.
I am.
That's the next phase, is how do we franchise this thing? We haven't really talked about that.
Yep. Well, here's the thing. When you are passionate about something and you're always talking about it with your friends, the passion is infectious, okay? They will really get like energized by it because of your energy, and they'll want to be involved. And you know, at this age, it's really good to be involved with friends because then you motivate each other to build. So my first business, I started at the age of 16 years old, and I started it with 3 of my really good friends. We all put in very limited money, maybe, you know, $1,000 a piece, or, you know, several $100s a piece to 1,000. I don't even remember what it was, so that we can rent a little office that only fit 1 desk. It was a shared office suite. We all shared the fax machine in the conference room, and everybody had just a little 10 by 10 office, and I had 1 desk in there with 1 phone. And it was me and 3 of my partners. And, you know, they were just really in because I was so excited about it. I was so excited about it. I learned at an early age that I could be a leader because they just wanted what I had. They wanted some of what I had. Whatever got me so excited, they wanted to be a part of that. And guess what? I needed someone to be a part of that because 4 heads work better than 1. And so what we did, and this is, I'll just share with you my initial business here. What we did was we found this coupon book, which would allow like our moms or dads to take these coupon books and take these $25 certificates out of the book and send it in so that they can get coupons for diapers and, you know, ketchup and like name brand things that mom and dad use in the house. And so that was pretty cool. So they only pay, I think, $25 for the book, and they get like a couple $100 worth of real savings via coupons. And it was actually a multi-level marketing company, and I didn't really know what that was back then, so I didn't play that side of it. I played the direct retail side of it, and quickly I thought, how can I sell a lot of these books? And so coming up, I'd always sold candy bars door to door. I always sold newspaper door to door. I always sold, where you do the Christmas wrapping and all that stuff, and you send in your orders for school and all that. I always did that. And I thought, what a great idea for a fundraiser for my target was the Boy Scouts of America and the Cub Scouts of America. I'm going to target them because all they sell is candy bars. This is healthier. Maybe the parents will love it. And so we got together. I started picking up the phone. I was 16 years old, didn't have any real business experience. I picked up the phone and started calling parents of these groups. I found out where they were. I found out who the leaders were, which dad was the leader of this group with these 20 kids, and which dad was the leader of this group. And I just started making my phone calls saying, hey, what about the concept of a new fundraiser that's a lot healthier and better for your teeth? I had my own little pitch. And they liked it, and we successfully landed the Boy Scouts of America, Southern California. And I'm 16 years old. I've got 3 partners, which are my friends. We're going to all the little den meetings and all the meetings, and we're sharing with them the concept of these coupon books. I'm sharing it with all the parents. I'm letting them know that each of us are going to go with the kids to the grocery stores, put the tables in the front, and sell these books on the weekend. And everybody was really pumped and excited. Now I'm going to teach you one more lesson before we go to the breakout room session that we're going to go into. The lesson is this. Product went out. Everybody loved it. We started selling it. When the product started getting delivered, everybody started to use it, and the product didn't perform. It was a failure. What happened was people wanted diapers. They didn't want 5 coupons of something that they wouldn't use in an entire year. They would get 5 coupons of something that they could only use in a year, for instance, and they weren't getting that $200 value. So the word started traveling around, and all the parents started complaining, and I got a phone call one day, and they said they're pulling out. And we had to pay our rent. We hadn't made any money for 6 months. My friends they believed in the passion. They believed in the vision. They believed in helping out the kids. And we did everything we possibly could, but we didn't control the product. And so we learned a valuable lesson early in life. And, so it was the day that we closed down that business, and I just kind of had to dust it off and get back onto the next one. So that's what's cool about entrepreneurship, I guess, the lesson is the lessons we learn, even out of the failures, are a blessing in your life. And it's all about taking action no matter what your idea is. Just taking action, fix it up a little later, polish it a little later. Action is key. All right, so thank you for hearing that story. That was fun. I haven't shared that story in a while, and I'm glad that I could share it with you kids. All right, any other clarifying questions? Are you willing to sell other services from Des to you, Miranda?
What does that mean?
Like other services, video editing, maybe, things like that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Well, it's what Damien said. It's like, I have a big SUV. Can you polish it for me? And she's like, I don't even know what that means. But the point he's making is that you may have a lead generation product. It may be that they have other things that they want you to do. And you're like, okay, I'll do pet sitting. I'll do whatever you want, right?
That's my job.
Yeah. Sitting is
Well, you know what, that spawns another idea here, okay? As you establish a customer base and as you establish trust, they know, like, and trust you, and they love the work you do. You deliver results, right? Do you deliver results, Miranda?
Yes.
Absolutely. And so when they start hitting you up for the other things that you may not do, like, what was it, pet care, did I hear?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do pet sitting, yeah.
Right. What this is called is the referral business. See, this is the referral business because you have a customer that you have a relationship with that may have another need, and your friend, which happens to be your sister, also runs a business and delivers great value. Okay? So as you structure relationships with people that provide other services, you become more of value as well. Okay? And they may also be able to reciprocate and also provide you with customers, because the folks that Ariana does pet sitting for may very well want her headlights cleaned. Referrals are key. In fact, every time you do a car, you're getting a couple free ideas here, and then we'll get to every time you do a car, you need to ask them for 3 referrals. Say, you know, if you thought I did such a good job, would you be willing to just give me the names to 3 of your friends that I could go do this for? Every single customer should be able to give you 3 referrals. Now, if they didn't like it and you're going to give them their money back, you might not get any referrals, but we don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. You like that idea?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, let's get this show on the road. What we're going to do, we've got 21 people, including myself. Sonia has a couple other questions to think about, Miranda. What are your income goals? How much money do you want to earn in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year? And you have any thoughts to that?
No. Wait.
Do you? I don't think you do. She earned her money. She had her goal. She wanted to get her iPod Touch, and now she's kind of off thinking about other things. So
You think of something that I really need so I can go
Okay.
for.
Good. Be thinking about those numbers, and when we all get back in about 30 minutes, I'd love to hear what those numbers are.
Okay.
Cool. Scott, are you going to be all on one screen, or are you going to do multiple?
I can send Austin another screen. I just got to figure out how to get the link to his device. So I'll do that.
Okay, and then we'll pop them in a room. I'm going to start now. We're probably going to do 4 times 5. We'll do 4 or 5 rooms. All right, we're going to go, because it takes a few minutes to populate. So if I tell you 20 and then you guys are sitting under, so we're going to just kind of go for like 30 minutes. Maybe at the top of the hour, we'll all reconvene, okay? Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This room. Ideas. Make sure that each room has a note taker. Miranda, how was your room? Were you excited? Was that fun?
Yes, very excited.
Was that your first official mastermind?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're still in it. It's still going. Ariana, did you learn some stuff as well?
I did. I mean,
Really cool. And we stole Austin from you guys. We put him in another room. I know that he's going to have a lot to report, because I heard some things bubbling up over there. Weren't you in there with Sam? Were you in there with Sam, Austin? Yeah. Awesome. All right, Miranda. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put you on the spot, and we want you to go ahead and share some of the things that you learned from your room. And just a few is fine. And then we're going to go to each. There was only 3 rooms. We had 5 per, so we can do, the note takers will share the great ideas for you. This is being recorded, so you're going to get a copy. And we also have the chat script. So if anybody wants to put notes in the chat script from what you're hearing, know that we're also going to take that and send that to Miranda as well. All right. So go ahead, Miranda.
Okay, well, I can get testimonies from people, like video testimonies or something like that.
Yep. Name of the game, right, Scott?
And I can do like a lot, like I can do like all of the car and everything around it, like washing the car and removing odor from it, and removing animal hair, and I can, from the money that I get with that, I can move on to like setting up a YouTube channel, and
for like the lights.
yeah, I get the lights, maybe the microphone,
The camera, the expert videoing and all that stuff. She can get the money for that from her car polishing headlight business.
There's a lot of stuff that I got, but I'm not very good at writing notes.
No, that's okay, because you're going to get showered with a bunch of notes with all these people that are really good at them that wrote them for you. You're going to get a bunch of notes. Awesome. Well, this is good because, you know, I know there's a few people on here that are really good at YouTube channels. Justin Turpin gave some really good advice last week to Sam on YouTube channel stuff. So I'm sure we're going to hear a little bit of that stuff, because YouTube channel for your age group is where it's at, right? It's where it's at. And there are people that want to know about crafts. There are people that want to learn how to do crafts. And since that's what you like, it's pretty cool. All right. So while we're on your room, or actually, who's the note taker for room 1? Raise your hand. Okay. Excellent. Let's do that. Let's go to room 1, and we'll go with Nick. Nick up there in the left-hand corner, and Justin. So let's go. Let's roll.
You could have before and after videos.
So as you're taking those before and after videos or pictures, you can mix those in with the testimonial videos that you had gotten suggested. So it can show, here's what it looks like before, here's the result after, and here's the owner. And then when you take that across the street and show like the people on the other side of the street, they're going to know that neighbor, and that helps sell it for you.
Definitely, yes.
You should say the price confidently and then stop talking. I don't know how to expand on that one.
Good.
You should charge more per headlight, maybe $20 or more.
And so the reason for that is because if you price anchor, if you do some research and find that, hey, if we were to get this done professionally, when your lights done professionally, it might be $60 per headlight to get it done at a place that does that professionally. So if you say it's normally $60 if you go do that, but then you have to take it in and blah blah blah, that you could probably charge $20 a headlight in some cases.
That's really good advice. That's really good advice. Have you done that yet, Miranda? Have you seen what the competition would charge for that?
No, not yet.
Okay, cool. That's a great idea.
You should offer more detailing upsell.
So offer an upsell, like, so after they say yes to the headlights, offer them another item. And it might be like, hey, I'll clean out the car, or like, I'll wash your rims, like the rims of your car or something like that. Just, it's a lot easier to get somebody to say yes to a second thing than it is to get them to say yes to the first thing.
Yes.
Very, very good advice. And, you know, I want to add to that, you know, when you look at the whole vehicle, let's talk about it. I mean, do you enjoy polishing the lights and when they look like new? Do you like the outcome? Do you enjoy that?
Yes, definitely. Whenever they're really yellow and dirty and ugly, I love like polishing them, and then once they're like done, there's like a huge difference, and it's so beautiful and shiny.
Okay. My kids are similar in that they really love to shine the rims, and there's certain aspects of the car they just like to deck out, right? Now, when you think about a car, are there parts of it that you probably wouldn't, like, you don't want to wash or you don't want to deal with? Or is like the tires, washing the whole car, waxing the whole car? Is there certain things that maybe you don't really want to do?
Yes, definitely.
What would that be?
Probably like vacuuming or cleaning out the inside of the car, because that's just like, who knows what can be inside someone's car, especially if they have children. Like,
so when you're creating your upsells, okay, create upsells around the things that you'd like to do. Like, let's say, for instance, you'd like to deck out the windows. You know, you got your way of streak-free, windows are going to be sparkling like new, right? Then you can add that as an upsell. But if you don't like doing interior and vacuuming, then obviously you don't go there. This way you're not committing to cleaning the whole car. You can have your upgrades based on the things that you like to do. And right now you started with the headlights because you like the outcome. And so, you know, again, you build your upgrades around what you like to do. By the way, it's not just cleaning the car. You might want to, and I'm sure you're going to get some more ideas here about other ideas for upgrades too. All right, back to you, Nick.
You could square tips on iPad to accept payment.
So if this is something you're serious about, you could buy like a used iPad or something, a device to take credit card payments. And then a lot of those systems for accepting payments also offer a screen that says, would you like to include a tip? Normally, if you were to say face-to-face to somebody like, and would you like to give me a little tip as well? It's going to be a little rude. They might be like, you know what, kid, you just get out of here. But if it's kind of like part of the process where they pay and then asks, do you want to add a tip? And then they sign their signature. There's a lot of people that are like, you know what? Yeah, she did a good job. I feel really good that she's like taking initiative, and they'll add a little tip that you didn't even have to ask for.
Yep.
Yeah, and sometimes you came across people who didn't have cash on them.
Yeah.
So having that would also be really good.
And with that, like it would probably pay for itself pretty quickly you could probably pay for it in a weekend if for the iPad, if like you kind of pushed hard that weekend.
Mm-hmm. I like that. And the, it's a convenience, like you said, Ariana, there, that, you know, if they don't have the cash, you know, instead of saying come back tomorrow or I can't do it, they go, oh, I got my card. I mean, in fact, you can add it to your 15-second script. Your script turns into 16.5, and you could say, and I proudly accept credit cards.
If you use PayPal, it'll be pretty simple because
PayPal, Venmo.
Yeah, because they accept credit cards, or people have got a PayPal account anyway. So.
That's what we did for the singing Telegram guy, right? That was on here. He takes Venmo, and it's just people just pay on Venmo. But by doing it with Square, it's more professional because it's like, hey, I got my little credit card swiper. It's cool. Hey, Nick.
Number 6.
Ask for referrals.
And that one we stole from Damien, but we wrote it down because he was in the room.
Everybody should give you 3 referrals, Miranda. You know why? Why wouldn't they? You did such a great job. Why wouldn't they? You know, we all like to share things that we like. When we purchase or have good experiences, we just talk about it, or we share it on Facebook. You know? Go ahead, Nick.
All right, so those were the 6 that we had.
Awesome. Well, good stuff.
Thank you, guys.
Helpful.
Thank you.
Very helpful.
Any comments on that or feedback or questions, Miranda?
No, I think we're good.
Is your head exploding yet?
All right, so actually, here's an idea. So you mentioned doing like a YouTube channel.
There you go.
Okay, so what you're going through right here is something that most kids don't get to do. So you have, let's say, like an unfair advantage or an insight that other kids don't. And there's a lot of value in having and sharing that insight. So as you go from door to door, there's a guy, Cody Wanner, Wanner. He does video. He's near me, he's in Harrisburg. But what he does, the way he got popular is he made YouTube videos of himself, like starting to build his channel, and he would go to companies and say, hey, can I make a video for your company? But not only did he do this, but he videoed himself doing this and showed other people who are aspiring videographers, this is how I did this. This is how I'm making money, like using video. So what you could do is video yourself going door to door. video yourself before, like, all right, you know what? It's 8 a.m. I'm getting up early, or I'm getting ready to head outside. I'm going to go talk to my neighbors and polish some headlights today. Then video yourself walking across the neighbors and talking to them and doing the process, and show the kids, like, this is the way you can do this. And it's not just headlights. You can do this whatever you're passionate about, kind of like what Damien was sharing with us, and inspire more kids. Like, that's going to get a following. There's going to be kids that look up to you and say, you know, Miranda, it is that she's my girl. She's the one that I'm learning from. And once you become that person's like go-to person, you've got them.
Also, at the same time, you'd be advertising your product.
And you can share about your product.
Now that's really cool. How does that make you feel, Miranda? Is that something you could see yourself doing? Do you like to make little videos of yourself?
Oh my gosh, if you go through my photos and videos, you like over half of them will be videos of me just doing short little clips, just pretending like I'm on YouTube.
You have a talent. This is a talent. That was the talent bell, by the way. I don't know if you heard that loud bell. That's the talent bell. You have a talent. And you know what, Justin? That is awesome. Because here's the thing. People always wonder, what should I create? And just like Justin laid it out, it's what you're doing, because that's what's interesting. You're a junior entrepreneur. That is interesting. You're making money. That is interesting. Other people want to know how to do it too. They're going to follow you. You have a really good video presence. You've been on video the whole time we've been here. You have a good video presence. This is a talent. This is an advantage. Justin, thank you. That's good. That's
you
really
can take the whole process and break it down into smaller parts. Here's how I thought about presenting the pitch. Here's what my thought process was of offering the value. Here's how I thought about which car I should talk, like which house I should talk to. Like, you can walk them through each step of the way.
Got it.
And you're going to get subscribers little by little by little by little. And what's going to happen as you build this channel, you can also incorporate your crafts, incorporate, stuff, incorporate all that stuff. Then you can start making money off AdSense just because you have followers and, you just light that stuff up. That's stuff that your dad will help you to learn. But it all starts with creating content, like we heard from Mike today.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to put some things together, like with what everybody's saying, like because you have this skill in this business and you also have the video editing skills. What if you created a YouTube channel that taught kids how to do a business, right? And like, I know I would love that. I would love my kids to see that. And then you could actually video yourself, like talking to a customer. I mean, you don't have to worry about competition because the world is huge. And you could be teaching a child in Connecticut or another one in New Jersey or another one in California how they can do this in their neighborhood and make money to buy their own iPod. And then what happens is they tell their friends, and like, hey, there's this girl who's giving away for free how to do this business. Go check out this YouTube channel. And then they fall in love with you and they learn how to do it. And then you have another product and another product. And anyway, so I'm just starting to put 2 and 2 together here.
No. And
I've already had like a ton of friends that have been like, how is Miranda making that money? Because she's like been texting about it and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do that.
I was like, in 24 hours, I've made $150. And they're like, oh, what? Yeah.
That's a good headline. In 24 hours, I made $150 and something I didn't even know how to do before.
all the marketers on this call rejoice. Woo! We all agree to that. Absolutely, Miranda. And you know what's really, really cool about this is if you're willing to do the content, and you know you've got a 10, what is it? I would say an 8-year, like I was telling Nick, you've got an 8-year head start on any adult that's built a business. Most people get into building a business when they're out of college and they realize maybe they want to finally build a business. If you start now, and this is what I was telling Nick in his room, you want to identify the things that you're passionate about, the problems that you can solve for people. Look, you identified the solution or the problem of the headlights and you solve that problem. You make them look like new. things that you're willing to do, that you like to do, that you enjoy to do, that doesn't feel like work. It feels like fun. It feels like play. Ariana, I think you probably experienced this with the pets because you like pets. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing that. And so when you think about the things that you like to do, then think of the what ifs. This is what I was telling Nick is he likes photography. I asked him, what do you like about the photography? Identifying the shot, taking the shot, or the outcome? And he says, taking the shot, right? And I said, so then what you do is you think of what can you do to make money around that, right? What problem can you serve? And I said, maybe with the neighbors, taking your idea, Miranda, going to the neighbors, maybe he could do $50 photo sessions. Not a lot, because he's just going to be, hey, I'm learning this. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. I'd like to try this with you, right? So it's finding what you're passionate about and then seeing where you can help others, where you can provide a solution, solve a problem, teach something, a do-it-yourself video, starting a business as a junior entrepreneur. Get real excited about that. Do a few things where you can make some money. And then, like your dad says, you can start teaching people how to be junior entrepreneurs. This is a movement I would love to see more junior entrepreneurs get behind. When you make money, you're proof. You're proof in the pudding. And now Nick came to this call and he knows that you made $100 and what's now $70 within just a few hours work. Nick's thinking today. And so this is the type of really good message we need to put out there is this advancement. All right, let's get to room number 2. Room number 2. Who is the note taker for room number 2?
Judy.
This is fun.
Is this our room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Judy, it's you.
All righty. Well, we started.
Hey, Judy, isn't this so much fun so far? This is fun. This is my favorite happy hour we've done in 10 weeks.
It is fun.
And by the way, look, I'm drinking water. That's it. This is my new happy hour is water.
I turned it into wine for you.
Oh, you're so good, Des. So we started with the polishing the headlights business and came up with some other ideas as far as additional services to offer, checking tire pressure, and then adding $5 to check the tire pressure, and then having a portable pump so that you could actually fill the air. And then identifying there might be dents or cracks in the windshield, dents on the body or cracks in the windshield. And you could outsource to somebody else to have that service come in, and you could schedule it with them. Make sure you check the windshield wipers. Just we took it as look at the whole car. And then we talked about videotaping your work and use that to train your friends how to do it. So that when you start getting so much business going on, you need extra help. So you videotape it, and then your quality of service is the same. There was an app that Des talked about. It's called 1028.com, and you can use that to collect payments via Stripe. And then partner with those dent removals and those windshield wiper people and those windshield replacement people, and you can actually have them on the app, and then you could refer directly through the app. We talked a little bit about washing and waxing the car, and if that's something you don't enjoy, again, outsourcing. Cleaning the fabric and the upholstery. The smell, if the car is smelly, there's a product, go in and you can remove the smell. Checking the tires, do a visual check of the tires to make sure that they're all looking, it's like a safety check, make sure their tread is there.
Man, you and Des are ready to open up a shop. You got it all dialed in.
Yeah, we also talked about the testimonials and make sure she showed us, she has great photos of a before and after of what the headlight looked like. So she could show before, and then she could show this is the after. And it's important to point out because Des didn't realize that there was a problem with the first picture. So this is all yellow. So educate them how that first photo isn't what they want. And then just go swipe and you go see how pretty it is now and how clear it is. Also find out, it's important to educate them on why they need to have a clear headlight. So their headlight can shine brighter in the dark streets and go farther. Then we moved on to some marketing tips. You can put leaflets on flyers on the cars in the neighborhoods, and you can schedule them and go into different neighborhoods on different days and say, I'll be here on this day, or I'll be here tomorrow in your neighborhood. We talked about QR codes on the flyers that then take them to the app. Washing cars. Oh, we talked about the sister, having her refer pet sitters. So she's got pet.
Real
What are you
quick,
doing?
on that app, I want you to know, Scott, that Go Mobile Solutions is proud to sponsor Miranda's business, and they're going to donate a mobile application for her business. And so we can show the before and afters, we can show the videos, and we can do all this stuff, and she can get the word out with the app. Great idea, Judy.
So then we talked about the fact that her sister does pet sitting. And so with these pets, they probably have their pets in their vehicles. And so her sister could refer clients to Miranda to help her clean the upholstery and get the pet hair and get the pet odor out of the car. Because most people with pets don't realize, kind of like the smokers, they don't realize how bad their car smells until somebody else gets in the car. And so then we decided to move into the fact that she's going to have these funds available, and what can she do with them? She can actually then start her craft business and her YouTube business. She could put some craft kits together and sell them. And then for a week, she'll sell a certain craft. And then on that Sunday, she can do a video of herself making the crafts and people can watch. We talked about doing webinars and how you can monetize webinars. You could charge $10 for 10 people for an hour to learn something.
And you could do it right here with Zoom. And you can have everybody right here. That is a very good idea. Zoom craft. We can call them Zoom craftinars. I don't know. I'm getting weird. Zoominars. Craft Zoominars. I don't know.
Maybe you should drink when you're trying to think of those kind of names. And then we talked about doing a mastermind and inviting a specific group of people in that are crafts people from different areas that you might know. And then they can also help promote and become affiliates for your craft business. Talked about podcasts, and we encouraged her to reach out to influencers in the craft world and invite them to be on a podcast or be on a webinar or be on a Zoom and teach what they know about the craft business. So whatever area of craft, and that's broad areas of crafts.
Now, just to give you an example, Miranda, what we did today when we started this, we had Michael Cooch. He was an expert, a friend of mine that runs another business. Everybody, for the first half of this, they were here to hear his content. You could basically deliver that content with someone famous in the craft world. And you know what? Something Nick made a good point. So I'm going to go ahead and let it out there. Nick made a good point, is at this age, we're able to get a lot of people to do business with us. He's 11. At this age, people are willing to spend money with us. But when we're adults, it's harder. And I said, absolutely, right? But so what you can do is you could reach out to these craft experts as a 10-year-old. They're going to be, I would love to do that. And that could go viral.
That's what we told her. Because she said, how do I get a hold of these people? And so we said, reach out to Instagram and Pinterest and also on some Etsy's to see what they're selling on Etsy's. And just tell them what you're doing, that you're 10 years old and you're starting this business and you'd love to learn how they got started.
Before you know it, you'll be on Ellen or Oprah. Trust us on this. It'll go viral.
It will. It was pointed out when you're doing your videos to make sure that they work both on Android and on the Apple platform. So sometimes it doesn't always transfer right. So you could just get a cheapo phone for both of them and see what quality of video, and then you'll have to adjust accordingly. There's an app out there as far as Des was going to look into that for doing testimonials that people can do a testimonial for. And I think that was about all of my 2.5 pages of notes.
That was excellent. Who all was in your room?
Des and Jean-Pierre.
Cool. Excellent. Good stuff. Hi, John. All right. Who was room 3? Who was the note taker for room 3? Well, first of all, check in with Miranda. Miranda, checking in real quick. Do you, any feedback, any aha there? What speaks to you? You're going to get all these notes. Don't worry.
She was in that room. Yeah.
She was in that room.
Got it. All right. Well, we already asked you that then. Let's go with room 3. Who was the note taker for room 3?
Wait, but I'm wondering what this link is on the chat. What's the link for?
That is a picture that goes to some Japanese something.
Kim, can you unmute and explain?
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Now we can.
Okay, wait 1 second. I can't hear y'all. 1 second. Okay. So there's this activity that I did in a course that I took a while back. And basically, I just was talking with somebody in a group I'm a member of, and because she basically was like trying to come up with a business idea. And so I was like, hey, do you want to know about this activity I did? I'll have to do some research, but let me get back to you. So I did a little research and found out that it's called Ikigai. And basically it's about uncovering your true reason for being. So if you want to go, like, basically, yeah, there's this article, 2 different articles. That's where the first one I quoted it. The second one tells you basically how to do it. So I think it would be a really good activity for these junior entrepreneurs to do. Basically, how I did it was I took all kinds of sticky notes and I just laid them all out. You could do it like on your kitchen table or on like a whiteboard, whatever. So I like to do it with 4 different colors of sticky notes, if you have that, you know. And basically the top in the yellow section, you see what you love. The green one on the left is what you are good at. The bottom one in the blue, what you can be paid for. And then the like reddish one on the right, what the world needs. So just kind of go through each one, like, okay, what do I love? And just lay out all these things, right, on all these different sticky notes. I love my family. I love my pets. I love this, that, you know, just list everything out. Same thing, what you're good at. List everything out. And why you want to do this on all kinds of different sticky notes in each different color is because in the end, you're going to see that, you know, a lot of them are going to overlap. Basically, a lot of those sticky notes, you're going to have multiples that fall into those categories, which is what you want. So where 1 and 2 overlap, that's your passion, right? The yellow and the green, that's your passion. The green and the blue, where those overlap, that's your profession. The blue and the red, where they overlap, is your vocation. And over the red and the yellow, that's your mission. Basically, that whole center section. So that if you have one thing that's basically listed in all 4, that's your purpose.
That is brilliant.
Awesome.
Love that. Thank you, Kim.
You're
That's my daughter-in-law, by the way. So Chase, she's married to our oldest, Scott. You've met Chase, I think, probably way long ago, but they're out in Brigham.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much. We were explaining that on the 10-year-old level and we got it. So thank you very much.
Excellent. All right. Who's room 3? Martin?
I have no idea what room we were in, so I didn't pay attention. I was just in a room. So
who is your note taker?
I am.
All right. So who was in your room? We had Augusto.
I was there as well.
Austin.
Sonia.
And Sam.
Yep.
And Austin.
Okay.
And where's my notes? It was on another screen. So some of the things have already been said, you know, and so I'm going to do, you know, you should create a YouTube channel around crafts, but I'm going to start with the one that nobody has said is a different way of getting people to know about your services, and that is do a little advertising, Miranda. And so your dad, who disappeared, might know of this thing called nextdoor.com. It's about neighborhoods, and this came from Augusto. And so advertising on Nextdoor, it's very local. So you have to be in, and it's basically a social media network for neighborhoods and neighbors. That's how I like to think about it. And I have it here in my neighborhood, and all sorts of stuff, offers, ads, people looking, lost dogs, lost pet, things that happen in your neighborhood, kind of come in. So one of the things is you can say, hey, do you need your light bulbs cleaned in your car? I got the service for you. And it does video and all that kind of good stuff. See? And so you can get the word out really wide in your neighborhood.
In your neighborhood.
So that's came from Augusto. Great suggestion. Everybody said you should do YouTube channel for posting videos in general, so I won't belabor that. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to, Sonia had a great idea. So in your business, as you're going through, it might be a good idea for you to consider having a charitable component to what you're doing. So the golf profits. Oh, by the way, that didn't come from me. That actually came from Sonia. I gotta give credits where credit's due. And so that is having a charitable component to what you're doing. So like, Miranda, you could say, this is, Justin said you got to raise your prices, right? So $20 a lens instead of $10 or something like that. But for every $5, this, maybe you have some charity, this will go to this charity, or maybe every $5, this gives this family. Like my mentor just did this with his training class. For $99, which was the cost of the class, he donated the whole class. I'm not saying you need to do that, but for every $99, it gave 10 families electricity. It sent 5 women to vocational school and created a scholarship fund for 1 kid. All in that $199, and I can find that charity. And I'm not saying you have to do all of that. I'm just giving you an idea. Do you see how powerful it would be to communicate to some? And I'm telling you, you already got the irresistible thing going. I mean, I'm sorry, I just want to like kidnap you right now. You are so adorable. And so, but for like this is another way. I think I remember at the beginning you said you have like 7 out of 8, and that one person keeps hemming and hawing, right? Is just not committing. And what would you think if you like can't give that zinger? For this, for every $5 of this, it's going to this amazing charity doing this kind of work, kind of thing. It just completely makes you irresistible, and you already got irresistible on top of irresistible with an irresistible coating. So, see, she got the posing and everything. Let me see your ducky face. Oh wow, she got that down. And so that's that thing. So that's a good thing. And my thing is, I want you to start teaching. There's I get to share this story, but I don't know if you've learned about the California gold rush. Have you heard of that?
I have.
So,
I think I've heard of it, but I don't really remember it that much.
well, just summary. They discovered in California there was gold. So there's gold in them thar hills. And so everybody travels to California to go do that. And people are trying to make money and stuff like that, find the gold. And there's a lot of crazy stuff happening. But the people who made the most money are not the people who found the gold. Isn't that weird?
People who sold the stuff
sold the tools to
Yeah.
find the gold. So I want you to consider you are gold, and I think you can sell tools to other children and other people on what you do. So I was thinking like one of them is for your crafts, teach people how to make crafts. I heard you make a mean brew of slime. Is that correct? You and your sister make some slime, don't they?
Yes, but I've kind of walked out of that. Slime is sticky. It gets all over my hands.
I know, but rather than you make it for people, you teach people how to do that, and your special recipes and how to make that. Is that making sense? This becomes a crafts course that people buy. That's you teaching them different crafts projects. I gave you my name for it is Miranda's Craft Summer Survival Guide.
Wow.
You're welcome to use that. Because you got all these kids out of school in summer and out of school now in general, but this is summertime regardless whether or not. So this is giving other people things to kind of do.
There's no camp. There's no camp either.
Oh, there's no camp either.
So
Well,
it's really
that's in your
what we're
state.
talking to do.
That's in your state. We have camps. Our camps open this weekend, literally.
Good for you.
Yeah. And so, but they're only at 25% or 50% or something like that. I can't remember. But that opened either today or tomorrow. I can't remember which one. But I was just thinking, you know, it's really easy. You already know how to do these things. They're like the back of your hand. But, you know, so many people would love to have, you know, a way of learning how to do this. And so that's one product, but that one product creates a completely separate product that's related. And that is teaching it live. So this is, I'm talking about, you're going to record videos of breaking down how to make slime, breaking down how to do some drawings. Your brother said you like to draw. Your brother's, by the way, very proud of you. And of how to draw and stuff like that, and all the other kinds of crafts. But then what we get to do is we get to charge everybody for Miranda Live. So you're going to live stream and over Zoom. You see where I'm going? And you're going to live stream over Zoom. And so they can actually get there. And that means they get to ask you questions one-on-one as you're going through a craft project. You know, it's hard to learn something new that you've never done before, right? It takes sometimes a little, and sometimes something makes you get stuck. But then we have Miranda to the rescue right there live. See where I'm going right now? And she can pose. In fact, I'm also thinking how to make video is another one of those same kind of thing. You can teach people your secret of making videos and then do a live thing of showing people how to do that. Is that making sense?
Yes, definitely. And I love it so much. I just want to do it right now.
Excellent. So that was the ideas we came up with. And so any questions or?
How will I like, if I have a YouTube channel, will I say like at this time on this day or something, I'm going to be doing a live stream?
Yeah. So if you're going to do a YouTube live, first of all, the way YouTube works is you're going to need to put stuff in there first, and that starts getting you a following. So people are going to subscribe to your channel, and then you can easily do a 30-second video saying, hey, I'm planning on doing a live stream on Wednesday, the 14th at 2 p.m. Join me right there, and you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. But you usually start that off by first having some content inside of that YouTube channel to get people seeing it, and so getting your fans.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've been enjoying this, Miranda?
Yes, definitely.
You know, I want you to know that you have a gift, and you know, the personality and your willingness to get on camera here is very courageous, you know, and for you it's natural. So understand that you can really put that to work with videos and with content all around the stuff you like to do. That's the thing. It's not about, hey, go create a video about something you don't like to do. It's only the stuff you'd like to do. And what I love about junior entrepreneurship to begin with is that you got an 8-year head start. Imagine if just in 1 or 2 years, you're able to build a nice little income as a teenager so that you can get the things that you want.
Like in 1 or 2 years, whenever someone gets on YouTube, I'm the first thing to pop up.
Right.
That would be
imagine when 15 and a half rolls around, sorry to put your dad on the spot, and you have the ability to buy the car that you want with the bells and whistles and the color that you want. You know? And your friends are going to be like, Miranda, how is it that you were able to get the exact car you wanted with the everything? Like, what did you do? And that's where the teaching comes in that Martin's talking about, because it's infectious, and you're going to see that. People are going to want to know how you did it, and you're going to want to teach it. Okay, that was all the rooms, wasn't it? Does anybody have any final feedback? And then I want to pick on Austin for a minute before we wrap up the session. But does anybody have any other feedback, notes that we want to add to the recording?
Can I say something, Damien?
Yes, please, John.
Why did she?
Go ahead, John.
I just grabbed a book off the bookshelf. It was a book that I wrote. I thought it was in 2013, but it was actually 2012. It was mostly about SEO and pay for clips, but I did actually put a chapter in about video. So and that's sort of been my passion. So
Awesome. Awesome. Do you have that book? Where is that book available on Amazon?
not anymore. No, it's I did have hard copies and it was on Amazon and stuff like that, but no, not anymore. It's probably outlived its usefulness. Although I probably should read it myself. I probably.
Hey, you know
go
what?
back and-
Congratulations. You put a book out there. I've got some people really bothering me, hammering me.
I'm just saying, you know, that's just, you see, nobody said anything, but that's
told
your
you you'd have
shame
help.
talking.
Damien, you know I'm a #1 international best-selling author.
I know. I love it.
No
Congrats.
pressure, Damien.
Yeah,
None
no pressure.
whatsoever.
Miranda,
By the way, wasn't this just the definition of peer pressure right there?
there's things that I want to do that scare me a little bit, and that's cool. You know, that's cool. There's things that scare us all.
You know what's interesting? Like books, they don't make any money, but they build like a lot of authority for some reason.
Yeah.
Like you just put a book out there and people think that you're it, but like there's no money on that.
So, Augusto, you were about to give some feedback to Miranda as well, I noticed, and so go ahead and do that.
No, I was thinking like, well, how did she come up with the idea we go and do like headlights? That's like so random.
Well, Dad basically said, "Hey Miranda, I know a great business that you can start." And he said about like the headlight stuff. And I was like, and he said that it could like make you a lot of money. And I was like, oh, I'm interested.
Yeah, she wants to show you the before and after of her mom's car.
So I did my mom's car and I took a before and after picture. And I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so okay. This, if you can see it, that is before.
Okay, yeah, it's got like a tinge and a yellowish look to it.
Yes, and that is after.
Wow.
Just a second. Give me a second.
So that thing really works. That whatever that product. I always thought it was like a snake oil. Hey!
Let's see here. Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Yep, pretty noticeable difference there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's look. You found a solution to it's a real service that people want. You have before and afters, and people say, "Yeah, I hit it," and I think that's awesome.
And not only that, but
You don't have much competition.
No, and the product probably costs like about 20 or 30 bucks anyway. So why not just pay $10? Because you buy the product, right? And then you use it one time, and that's a one-time thing, and you just like only use like a little bit of the product.
Good.
This way, she buy like one bottle, let's say if it's like 10 bucks or 15 bucks, and she can do like 10 cars.
That's the product right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, because they would have to buy it and do the work. Here,
yes.
I like it.
You're probably never gonna use it again. So why not just like pay her 20 bucks to do it?
Yeah, and actually that's exactly how we thought about this, because I bought it and I did my car and I've got this whole bottle still left, and I thought that's how we use it. So that's exactly where the idea came from.
Yeah, that's basically like I would totally, like if I had a need for that and she come over with like 10 bucks, yes, because I know that thing is like 20 bucks to begin with, or whatever it is. I don't know how much it is, but yeah, it's a win-win-win-win.
I thought of another thing.
Go ahead.
Another thing that you can do, which is really, we all get these little scrapes on the fender, or the bumper as we call it, the bumper. But you get little marks, little bits where somebody in the supermarket has touched your bumper against their bumper and left a bit of a mark. Well, you just go and buy some thinners. You buy them in the I don't know what you call them here, the dollar stores. you have pound stores. You buy a little bottle of it, you pour a bit on a rag, you rub it onto the bumper, and it takes off the color from the other car. It's another little thing that you could be doing, and that will cost you $1 probably for the bottle of cellulose thinner, a rag. You do it, and there are other, literally, you look on YouTube. I've done it on cars that I've had. Somebody's made a mark, and I thought, I need to clean that up. I looked it up on YouTube, a bit of toothpaste as well you put on it. There's lots of little stuff like that you could be doing, and people will give you $30 for doing that.
What I like about this, Miranda, these ideas, and actually what you're doing, like, you know, Augusto says random, right? But what I like about it is that these are the things that don't get handled in the typical car wash, right? So those lights are not going to get polished out like that in a typical car wash. So you're not competing with the car wash. What Des just talked about, that stuff stays there. It doesn't just come off with the car wash. You got to kind of put a little bit of elbow grease in it and use a product, for instance. Those are the things that are overlooked. That's the USP. That's what's the unique selling proposition to what you do, is you're not just car wash, you're in there getting into the details. I like that. I like that, Des.
Damien, I think the one thing that I've learned by living in Mexico, and I'm living now back in London, is that a lot of the things that they're doing down in Mexico, because social welfare isn't available. If you don't work, you starve. People will do things we're not prepared to do, because in Mexico City and many places in Mexico, a guy will stand at the traffic light to earn 25 cents. And he'll do that 100 times over, blowing flames at his mouth or juggling or whatever. And he'll do that hundreds and hundreds of times a day, just to make the equivalent of $4 or $5 maybe in a morning, just so he can eat. And we as in the developed country, more developed places, are not prepared to embarrass ourselves, because what will people think? And the great thing about being 10 is you haven't got that mindset that people develop. And I learned it from Keith Cunningham. He said, you know, I'd made millions, and then one day I'd lost it all. And he said, I was embarrassed, and I just stood at the end of the estate where everybody drove by, and I put a sign up, I've lost everything, laugh at me. And if you can take that, as entrepreneurs do, as Damien said, starting over, that is the secret for an entrepreneur. If it works, great. If it doesn't, start over. Start over. And that's going to be the greatness that comes out of COVID-19. Many, many people who were tired, their business was dying, COVID just murdered it for them. Now they can start over instead of holding on to something they couldn't fix. And you've got a great business there, and there'll be guys who are running garages and workshops who are closed down through this will see you and might come to you and go, I've got 30 years experience. I never thought of that. Here's $5,000 of my savings to invest in your business. Let's be partners. You know, you never know. You never know. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. He's the youngest man in the billionaires out there. Who would have dreamed at the age he would be able to do what he's done? Whether you like him, you don't like him, whether you like Facebook, whether you think he went about it the right way, he didn't let his age ever get in the way. So I'm so proud. I'm so excited for you. I don't need to be here. I could be in bed. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. But you've kept me captivated. Okay? So thank you very much. You're inspiring me. Yeah, and that's probably the most important. You're inspiring the rest of the people on here as a young lady who's doing stuff because you're doing it. Sam, you're here because you've inspired last time. You know, and Damien, do you remember, you know, when I came into the offices and your young son, and we started on the phones and the fun? I'll never forget those days with Jaden. Those were the days.
Yep.
But he was inspiring me then. You know, his passion. Yeah, it's so much. And, you know, this is why I'm here. It's exciting.
Awesome, Des. Thank you. Yeah, like I said when we kicked this thing off, this is I I love this. I want to continue to do this kind of stuff. And one of the things that's going to be real important for all of us, Miranda, is to actually see some results, right? Like you're going to take action. Like the most important thing when, and your dad will tell you, when you take on new information is to assess the information, figure out where the low-hanging fruit is, the easiest things that you could implement, and then take swift action. And you can also implement a few things in week 1, implement a few things in week 2, but taking action with all of this incredible information is key. Hey, Des, that was really, really good. You're right. In Mexico and other countries like that, they get creative, they do what they got to do. And sometimes just being an entrepreneur is about getting creative and doing what you got to do, identifying the voids out there or the problems that you can solve. The things that, and we would all tell you, that should align with your passions. All right, cool. So let's look at Austin for a second. Austin, right? It's been an hour. Like this is just like all this stuff so fast about entrepreneurship and all this stuff. Tell us a little bit about what you're feeling. Are you inspired? Are you thinking? What are the thoughts? What are the aha moments? Maybe even from your session that you had in your little breakout room.
I mean, yeah, I am a little bit inspired, and my dad talked about this at the beginning of the meeting a little bit about how I wanted to test out selling these charging cables, lightning cable things, and I think I'm getting like 20, 30 of them maybe. I can't remember, in about a week or so. And so I'm gonna start selling those just a little bit, just to see how they are. And then I've been getting ideas from like the groups on like I'm not sure how it would really help with me with what I'm wanting to do, but just like ideas on how to advertise is what I mainly just picked up. Yeah.
And when you're saying what you're wanting to do, meaning like define that even more, lean into it even more.
I'm wanting to try to sell stuff on Amazon, or attempt to, just to see.
So we're starting with the product, which are the lightning cables. That's the first product, right? And you're gonna have a cost basis. You're gonna set a price. You're gonna make a profit. You're gonna have costs involved to execute that, and then you're gonna look at other products too. So is that what you want to do? Are you gonna do a niche store or just?
I haven't thought that far.
Like niche store meaning like it's gonna be all electronics, or it's like.
Yeah, I haven't really thought that far yet.
Cool.
If I do it, I'm just gonna stick with that one product for now, and then get the hang of it, and then maybe move on to other ones. I don't know.
And what about in the physical world? In the real world? Like your friends all need those cables, right?
Right.
And what are your thoughts about selling it in the physical world? Like that's what Miranda's doing, right? She's working in the physical world. She's working with the neighbors and doing it there. Definitely pursue online, but what are the thoughts about the physical world?
I mean, I guess once the restrictions start leaving,
Natural. Right.
We do this tutorial. It's like a homeschool thing where we go to and get do classes and stuff. And so I think there's like 400 something kids that go there. So that's an idea. Just try to.
What will make your cables unique? Is it the price is going to be more attractive? Is it going to be the colors? Is it going to be the style?
Actually, they're a little bit different than other ones. So you can plug them into the wall, and then you know how when you plug your phone in, and then you pull the cable out, sometimes you just kind of yank it out or something like that, and it slowly starts to tear. The ones that I'm importing are magnetic at the end. So like you leave the tip in your phone, and you just connect, just like magnetic clip, and it starts charging, and you can just take it off without tearing or anything.
I would buy that. That's cool.
And there's like LED feature stuff too.
Yeah, there you go. So that's cool enough for you to just share it with your friends and talk about it. One of my mentors, Tom Hopkins, just said you basically, when you're really excited about something, you constantly talking about it to everybody. Again, everybody probably has a need for it, and it's cool. It's not the normal one that comes in the package. Like, I would buy that. That I have that same issue. So what are you passionate about? Like, besides the thought of selling something online for money, what are some of the things that you're passionate about? Even if it's video games, whatever it is, sports, whatever it could be, camping.
I mean, I guess I got a basketball goal, and so I started trying to do that. But I don't think there's like any. I mean, I could join a team, but I don't know if I'm like could do that. I'm in Boy Scouts. So I don't know if I'd have the time for that, but I like doing that.
Doing what again? Because I missed that first part of that.
Right, basketball.
Basketball, got it. Okay, that's the part I missed.
But I also like playing games, like on the Xbox or whatever. But I don't really have like a setup to do that. I don't know.
Yeah. And some other ideas. And if anybody has good ideation questions, please also work with me here as well with Austin, because this is a process that sometimes folks don't do until they're adults, and doing it as a teenager is awesome, because if you can start leaning into something like we've been talking about with Miranda, this head start. You're 16 now, right?
I'm 15.
You're 15. Okay, good. You got a 3-year head start to adulthood, right? So again, it's the problems that you can solve, the things that you can do for people, ways that you can show up and serve, things that you're passionate about. If it's basketball, then is it, well, let me ask you this. You notice how Miranda is really, like, she has a presence on the camera and she's got absolutely no problems with that. How would you rate your working with the camera and delivering, like, for instance, like she's natural with it or she's comfortable with it? Are you comfortable with it? Yeah. Not really exciting to do that. You don't see yourself doing YouTube channel stuff?
Not really.
Okay, good. And that's what's
Get
important.
your sister to do it. Get your sister to do it then.
There you go. But what's important there is that you don't just do something because the others are doing it. And because even if they have success, if it's not something that you're going to enjoy, don't go down the path, because you're going to get down the path because you think that it's going to work and then you realize you're not enjoying it. So everything, when you're thinking about passion and what you're going to lean into and dedicate your time to, always be thinking, will that be like work or will that be like play? Right? Because if you can build a business around play, you're going to be enriched. And I know your dad will agree with that. Okay? And I love the concept that was brought up here. Thank you, Sonia, for Miranda, and regarding coming up with a cause. So that's something else that you could think about as well, Austin, is what kind of causes could we support? And if you could come up, and if you were a cause-driven individual, then maybe that was going to fire you up to go out and provide a service, because every time someone took advantage of that service, that cause was also going to get taken care of. So if that's something that's of interest as well, that's something else you can think of. What are the causes in your community that could use some support and some help? Could be your church, could be some of the programs within your church, could be some of the programs within your school. And then saying, okay, that's a good cause to support. Now, what solution can I solve? What service can I offer? What product can I sell? Like the lightning cables. And $1 for every lightning cable that you sell. Again, I'm just pulling it out. is going to go towards this impact fund.
Okay.
Those are some really good ideas. You know, those are some good things to think about. But entrepreneurship is fun. You know, when you make that money, it's exciting. When you see people happy for the service that you provide, it's exciting. So no pressure though. You do it at your speed, do it at your pace. You know, it's all about getting inspired, you know, cue into other things that your dad may be a part of. I know he and I are both in a group together, the Maveriks. And I know that you guys have been to the Maverik 4th of July event. So Scott, help me here. When we all went to the 4th of July event in Park City, who was there and how old were they? You got to remind me. I'm sorry. It was so long ago.
The first one was Austin. The second one was Austin and Ariana. And I was reminding them about this crazy guy who they know who came and went down to the fire station and said, hey, we're doing this thing with entrepreneurs and kids, and we want to raise money for the fire station. And so then he somehow got this fire outfit and went out and with his kids built a small business and then actually raised money and got donations for the local fire department. And they remembered that, and I said, that's my friend Damien.
That is awesome. And so how old were you both then at that specific event?
That specific event was only Austin, and I think he and Yannick's son, Zach, are the same age. I think they were actually 6 or 7 at that time.
Yep. Well, so just a slight correction. It was the kids' idea, right? And like, of course, we drove right over there, and they did the pitch too. They actually pitched the captain. They pitched the captain, and then the captain said, well, can we give you guys anything to, and I said, what about a fire suit? And they said, yeah, sure. And that was cool. So do you remember that, Austin, the fire suit?
I'm not sure.
Okay. It was a long time ago. So it was really cool. They donated 100% of that money. Both Sophia and Isabella were on that team, and there were a few other kids. They donated all that money to the charity, and they actually got written up in the newspaper. That was fun times, man. That was at least 7 years ago.
I think it may have been more like 8 or 9. That's crazy.
Wow. All right. Well, does anybody have any other feedback for Austin? I just wanted to give him a little, entrepreneurial feedback there. But does anybody have any other advice, suggestions for Austin?
So, Austin, are you going to do an Eagle Scout project? Because you said you're in the Boy Scouts, right?
Yeah, I am.
So if you're going to do an Eagle Scout project, then you could start one of your causes could be that you're selling your lightning strips to raise money for your Eagle project. And that could be tied to organization you're going to, I know they do all sorts of things. And it might be a bench, it might be a picnic table, it might be, something building or something creating, but that might help you get a cause going there.
Thank you, yeah.
Great idea.
Martin, you have any feedback?
Appreciate
it. Well, we kind of talked about it. I mean, he and Augusta bonded quite well.
Oh, that's right. You guys were in the room together. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. Well, this has been an incredible session. Miranda, did you enjoy it?
Oh, I loved it.
Okay. Well, this has been incredible. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for going all in and, basically sharing your business ideas with us. And so now it's time for you to take action. So we're going to get you all of the recording. We're going to get you all of the chat script here. And we'd love to keep us posted. If you don't mind, Scott, I'm going to invite you into our Go Mobile Facebook group so you can kind of keep us apprised of how things are going.
Oh, we'd love to. We'd love to. Yes, we'd love to give you updates. And I know she wants to. Like, they may be video updates.
So how about you, Scott? Did you enjoy this? Was this good? I mean, this was all last minute. You made it happen, and we competed with movie night and everything.
Well, I got to tell you, Damien, and I want to say thank you, everybody. I am so surprised at your tribe that you guys would hang out with us and give us. I mean, the information inside your brains is invaluable, and you have the compassion for it. My daughter and my son, and I have been looking for something because Family Freedom Event went away, and I have been looking for something to replace that. I kid you not, I probably look once, 2 or 3 times a month for something like this. And this is everything that I was hoping for in about a 2-hour session that she is thrilled about and I am thrilled about. So I just want to say thank you guys. I can't say thank you enough. This was what I was hoping for so much. And Damien, I know you and I both have this passion, and maybe we can create a product or something to replace the Family Freedom Event where we can bring parents and kids together and do exactly what we've done this last 2 hours. It is so invaluable.
I'm in. I love it. Look, I'm now, this is play for me. This is so fun. Like, I enjoy this. So I love that, Scott. That's a great idea.
Okay, we'll talk.
Yeah, cool. And thank you for playing. Miranda's ready to go back to movie night, huh? Hey, it's cool. What are you watching tonight? Or is it bedtime? I don't even know. You guys aren't you guys, where are you at?
We're in Tennessee now. Yeah,
okay.
We're just outside of Nashville. So yeah, it's kind of bedtime. I think we're gonna do a little Harry Potter, and then maybe we'll just move movie night to tomorrow night.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for playing. I really, this was very inspiring to me, Miranda. Stick with it. You know, you got a little bit of a taste of that money, but you also really enriched those 7 people. They loved it. You did something for them too. So stick with it and keep in pursuit. Make money and take care of people. That's awesome. All right, guys. I'll let you guys go. We're gonna continue to talk for a little bit before I wrap everything up. You guys are welcome to stay around, or you guys can get back to family time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Bye.
Good luck, Miranda.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Certainly doing something there, Damien.
She is quite the character.
That was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that was fun. I feel like a better human having gone through that process. Isn't it cool?
It's so amazing what she's doing, and it's just so inspiring. It just comes from a bottle that isn't empty has turned into 27 people telling a 10-year-old how to make money. You couldn't make it up and get people to buy tickets for it because they wouldn't believe you. And Damien, I don't think I've ever seen you work a day in your life. I know you work hard, but you don't make it look like you're playing all day long. You know, yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I'm just thinking about, there's a guy in the UK here. He teaches young kids how to get into business. And unfortunately, right now, he's having a big problem with the George Floyd situation. It's blowing his brain. It's consuming him. But yeah, he's been taking young black kids in London and the UK and teaching them how to get into business. He's built quite a good business of his. So when his mind is ready, maybe we can do some of these one Friday morning and get a bunch of British kids on. But also, it's interesting talking about selling products. One of my very good friends here in Windsor in England, he is the #1 seller on Amazon worldwide for face paints. And his market is all in the United States. And in October, he will do $1 to $1.2 million of sales because of Halloween. And I will love at some stage to get him to come on.
Wow, that would be cool.
because you know, this guy. What I like about this guy is he used to be a youth minister at a church, and they used to send a bus out and bring hundreds of kids into a church from all the local towns. And he's gone from a church minister to selling kids face paints, and he's like, unbelievable chap. Yeah, just unbelievable. There's so many people, and what you're doing here, it's just incredible. It's just incredible. And you know, to have Mike come on, you know, not a lot of people understand what difference Mike made to your business, Damien, all those years ago. Do you remember? You know, when you just had the app, and then Mike came in, and then Jody, and then you did Go Mobile Live, and Roland came in, and all of that whole thing changed. And look at what you're doing today. Who would have dreamed it? You know, all those times. Remember how difficult it was when you got started?
Yeah, well, things blew up really fast. So we had thousands of customers really fast, and that was we had to grow fast. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's just amazing. And now you're doing that for everybody else. And you know, not many people know that what you've done in the past and how long it's taken. And you know, it's okay saying, "Oh yeah, go to this summit and go to that summit," but you actually have to come away from them and do something and connect as you have. And you know, I remember the first association with Mike, and it blew the whole local market. And that was when I just saw things really start taking off with the training, the mentorship, and all of that. Now you're doing it. We're teaching that to a 10-year-old.
Well, because this is, for me, honestly, Des, I mean, I love working with entrepreneurs, but the junior entrepreneurs is more exciting because you can really change the trajectory of their life. Like when I in the Go Mobile community get to meet the folks that have given 23 years of their life to a company, only to be laid off during this current time, to not be getting called back, to being replaced by somebody younger, willing to work for half as much, you know, and just, you know, we could potentially change the trajectory because of planting the seed of entrepreneurship. We should do this with all our kids, grandkids, and everybody that we touch in our whatever, because there is another way. And sometimes people just they don't have any exposure to it. So they don't hear about it. They don't think about it. It's not, you know, they get the things that they want. They don't have to earn the things that they want. So they don't even think about making money. And so I just think that this is more fun. Like we were doing this just to talk about networking and digital marketing and all that stuff. And so I've now finally found a purpose with it. Now, instead of just, you know, kind of messing around and what have you, it's not that we were messing around. When I say messing around, like we've been on until 3 a.m. a couple times. So, you know, but now we've got the format where we bring on a guest expert that'll teach, and then we go into the workshop with the junior entrepreneurs. For me, I'm enjoying that. I love that. And I want to do it some more. And so if anybody has other, you know, junior entrepreneurs out there that you know that could benefit from this Ideation Zoom jam session, mastermind, whatever you want to call it, let's do it. Let's build this bigger. I'm going to get guys like Yannick and some other marketers to join in as well and give some advice. They like helping junior entrepreneurs as well.